Hey everyone, this is Leah Cashier. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. So we just gonna jump into the video. So it ain't funny, but it's funny because just listen to the story. I was like in the 7th grade. I used to go to a middle school in Florida. If any of y'all know what Adapata Middle School is or been to that school, give this video a thumbs up because you know it was lit. It was lit. So yeah. So this day, I was walking with this boy. I was walking with him, and I used to never really went straight home after school. Like I ain't really like being at my house. So I had walked with this boy. And he went to his house. He said, "Oh, come inside." I don't remember. Like it was so long ago. I don't remember the words, and I don't like lying. So I'm gonna just say I don't know. He just was like, "Come inside." So I went inside, and it was just me and him. And then when I went inside, we like went in his room. We was like I was sitting on the bed. I can't really remember too much, so I ain't no liar, so I ain't gonna be putting no lies up in here. But I don't remember, but we were sitting on the bed. I don't know, we was watching TV or the game, or I don't know. But yeah, so then I got up, I was about to leave. And when I was about to leave, the door, well, he had already locked the door. So I couldn't get out. I was like, open the door, open the door. Then he didn't want to open the door. So I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm like, well, he ain't really doing nothing to me. So he just want to open the door. Like, he gonna open it. He gonna let me out. So I'm just like, couldn't get out the door. And the lock for the door is one of those locks that you need a key to get out. You need a key to get in. So I could not get out the house because I ain't have the key. And he didn't want to give me the key, and he didn't want to let me out. This was when I was a girl. Now, this when I used to dress like a girl. This when I was a girl, a girly girl. Well, I was never a girly girl, but yeah, this when I used to dress like a girl. So I went back. I sat on the bed. So he sat next to me, and then he just like started trying to like kiss on me and stuff, like like my neck and stuff, like and tried to give me a passport. I was like, nah, nah, nah. And then I was like, man, let me out, let me out. He saying want to let me out. So like, I'm telling you, it felt like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't that long, but it felt like forever. So I was like, somebody had came to the house. They got in. When they got in, I was trying to go out, but the boy was like blocking me, and like the uncle had already locked the door. But I never said, "Oh, help me, he locked me in here." Or I never said that because I was like, I don't know, man. I was young, dumb. I was only in the 7th grade. So his uncle came. He was just talking to us, whatever. He was like, "Oh yeah, Dad, yeah, she fine, but she young." I don't know. And they were just talking. But I wasn't scared. I was just chilling. I'm like, he gonna let me out, like, because I wasn't thinking of nothing. I guess, like when we walking home from school, I guess a lot of the kids found out somebody was in the house. I don't know how they knew somebody that I was in there, but they found out that a female was in the house. I don't know if he texted one person, stuff just spread. All the kids just started from school, started coming to the house, and they was like looking through the window, like standing up looking through the window, and it wasn't nothing going down. I was just stuck in the house. But they was looking through the window. I seen a lot of them just looking through the window. And then somebody came to the door, somebody, let me in. Now, one of the person, I remember them. This was the person, he used to, I think he bisexual or gay, but he used to like try to like mess with me, like trying to act like he liked me and stuff, like just hugging me, like grabbing on me in school and stuff. So this was one of the person that was at the door. He was telling the dude, he was like, let me in. And then he let him in. He let that dude in, but I still couldn't, I was skinny, like I just couldn't get out. So all the kids just around the house. When he came in, he just started like trying to kiss on me, like, oh yeah, whatever. So I'm like, nah. I sat up on the bed. I was like, man, let me out. He didn't want to let me out. And then it took a long time. I'm telling you, it just felt so long. I really don't know how long it was I was in that house, but it felt long. I think it felt long because like I'm trying to get out, and I'm like, but it felt like a long time. I was trying to get out the house. I was like in the 7th grade. However old you is when you're in the 7th grade, that's how old I was. Anyways, he wouldn't let me out. So I was in the room with the dude that he let in, and when he he went to the door and he opened it. Everybody from the school just pushed their stuff in the door. Just so everybody, it was a lot of people in the house. Now, I mean, a lot of people, especially because they thought something was going down when it wasn't. But it was a lot of people in the house. So I'm just looking around, I'm like, whatever. I walked out the house and walked home. I just walked home like nothing happened. Like, I don't know. I just walked home. And then I ain't like nothing was on cross my mind. I wasn't thinking nothing. So I went to school the next day. When I went to school, here go this big old rumor. Oh, yeah, I heard you had you was doing stuff with a bunch of boys in the house. You let these people run a train on you. And I'm like, what? What? So I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't ashamed. First of all, I probably wouldn't even go to school the next day if something did went down. And I wasn't embarrassed or nothing. I wasn't ashamed. I was annoyed, if anything. I was more annoyed because they keep saying this like just every, we change classes. Every other class, I'm hearing, oh, you let them run a train on you? Oh, why you letting them do this to you? Oh, why? What is y'all talking about? None of this stuff happened. What are y'all talking about? So I was getting more aggravated. I was more annoyed than anything else. And it was just like bothering me. So whatever. School went out the next day. Same crap. School went out the next day. Like the third day, the second boy who came in the house that I said I been knew, the second boy who came in the house, he walked up to me and he was mad. He was like, oh, yeah. I don't remember exactly what he said because it was so long ago. But it was something like, oh, why you went and told everybody, man, you did something, or something like that. I'm like, I ain't even answer. I didn't respond to that or nothing. It's a lot of stuff that when I was younger, even a little older, I didn't respond to because I'm like, it don't even make sense. So what I'm going to respond to it for, So and I know what really happened. So what the hell I'm gonna respond to? I'm like, what? In my mind, I didn't say it to him, but this is the reason I didn't respond. Why in the world would I put out a rumor like that about myself? Ding! Dummy. We in school, you ain't learning nothing. Why would somebody put out a rumor like that about themselves? It just never made sense to me. So he was really mad and he wanted to fight me. He wanted to fight me about... And we ain't do nothing, so what you so mad for? You wanted to fight me over a rumor? Why would I spread a rumor like that about myself? Like, this dude really wanted to fight me. He really wanted to fight me. It don't even make sense. Like, it was just crazy. And yeah, I do have, like, if he wanted to fight me, I just was gonna fight him back. I'm not gonna sit there and let nobody hit me. But this one I was like I said, I used to dress like a girl. And yeah, I have brothers, but I ain't grow up with them and blah. So yeah, couldn't call nobody. I always had to defend myself all my life. So anyways, I'm like, whatever. So then the next day, like the fourth day, this girl and a few people in one of my classes, they kept talking about, oh, why you letting them do it? Like, I was just, like I said, I was aggravated. I couldn't be ashamed because nothing happened. I couldn't be embarrassed because nothing happened. So, this girl, she kept bothering me. Just kept aggravating me. So I'm like, so I just started crying. I ain't say nothing. It was nothing for me to say because nothing happened. And even though I could have just said that, I didn't have to say shit. Because it's my life and nothing happened. I ain't got to prove nothing to them. If they would have paid me for a response, hey, yeah, just look, give me that money. Yeah, nothing happened. I ain't gotta explain myself to them. I'm like, I know nothing happened. But anyways, I started crying, and then I left out. So many people was trying to stop me from walking away. But I was like boo-hoo crying because I wasn't ashamed. I wasn't embarrassed. I was annoyed. Just imagine every day, like every class you go to, somebody's just asking you, like, oh my God, like leave me alone, bro. Y'all annoying. Like, why would I put a rumor about that, like that, about myself? Like, I can't believe this boy really wanted to fight me. But anyways, yeah, so I was just crying. Like, so many people, security guards, everybody was trying to stop me. Like, I was just boo crying. Like, I snatched myself from the security guard, and I just walked out, and I just went home. Like, I just went home. I either went home or I went, like, just stalling for a little bit until school out and then go home because I didn't want nobody to know I left school. So I think I was just stalling. I don't know, but I ended up going home. Then when I went home, now my mom telling me, oh, why? I ain't gonna, it's my auntie. Why, what you call it, said you did this with a bunch of boys. Like, what is y'all talking about? Like, my auntie worked at the school at Adapata Middle School, has one of the custodians. Y'all probably know who she is if you used to go to Adapata Middle School, because she been there for years. But she one of the custodians. So anyway, she called my mom, and I bet so many people in the family believed that rumor. First of all, it just wasn't true. And I'm grown. I got so many of my business on the internet. Nobody can do nothing to me. Why would I still lie? That's no reason to lie. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. But it just never happened. Like, I bet my family was just believing it because they just... Anyway, I was like, this stuff not even true. Not even true. So I even went to another school because, like I said, since a child, I suffer from anxiety and depression. So that's what made me, like, I just didn't want to go to school because it was just it was just messing with my anxiety and just making me depressed. And I know y'all like, who didn't just go to people's house? I never used to like hanging with girls. I just don't really get along with females. I don't know why. Especially when I was just a girl. Not because I don't know why. They just used to hate on me for no reason. So I used to like hanging with dudes. So when I went to the dude's house, I ain't think of nothing. And then it's why the dude that wanted to fight me ain't fight him. He the one locked me in the house. He the one locked both of us in the house when you came in. Go fight him. So it was just a whole lot of. But that was just the worst rumor that ever went around about me. Like, in school, just having to deal with these. Oh, yeah, like I said, I went to another school. But I ended up going back to that school because the other school I went to was far. And it just was for me to get away because I just wanted to clear my mind and just... And then I went back to that school. Why the heck would I even go back if it's true? But the boy that wanted to fight me that got locked in too, he know I ain't do nothing with none of them. He know that. The one that locked me in doesn't know I ain't do nothing. So, I'm like, what the heck? Anyways, yeah. So that's the worst rumor that ever went around about me in Adapata Middle School in Miami, Florida. It was just bad, but hey, it is what it is. The shit was never true, so it wasn't nothing for me to say. You feel me? So yeah. So make sure I got a lot of story times on my channel. Some sad, some funny, but everything is true and real. I could take a lie detector test for everything I put on my channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like this story time and you want me to do more real story times. And just, make sure you subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna get lost in the clouds. And I don't like getting lost. Please don't lose me. So subscribe to my channel and follow all my social medias. Leah Cash there. All my social media is the same. Snapchat, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's all the same. Follow me, and all right, y'all, bye.
I had to deal with a lot of trauma. My mom was on that care for me. Trying to turn it back on me. I wanted revenge, but instead I found peace to escape love. The reason why I hate love.